What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season 3 Division 2 of Europe. This is going to be Game 2 between Cafeteria Fraiche and Eu4ia on the Dire and Radiant, respectively. Currently, Eu4ia 1-0 up in this best of 2 set, and, well, I'm going to be one of your casters. I'm Mike Loris, and I'm joined by HeflaTV.
Yep, game number 2 coming up. And this game was actually amazing when it comes to kills per minute. We were, seriously, till almost minute 30, we were at 2 kills per minute. That's how crowded it was on each and every lane. Nice rotation, nice fall from back, buybacks included, or low, respawn cooldowns and coming back, TPing instantly back in fights, and then just going ahead and trying to get the upper hand in all those fights. Eventually, Eu4ia was just successful by a combination of better farm, better rotations, better decision making, and I think also then the longer the game was going, the better the draft also became. I mentioned it in the outro as well, the AoE potential of Eu4ia was just so big, while look at the clockwork, he was pretty much useless at the end. They didn't have crazy counter push, and against the Exorcism and Eye of the Storm, what are you supposed to do against all this? Sure, you maybe get your initiation, but then you're singled out against what? Exorcism and Eye of the Storm just hitting on you. You count pretty much just 1, 2, 3 seconds and you're down. That's it.
Yeah, the fight that Cafeteria Fraiche really wanted to have happen happened around the 15-ish minute mark, and it happened a couple times, so it was pretty impressive when it did all land in the correct places, but when it really mattered, they just couldn't get the correct initiation off, and, well, they just got overwhelmed by the fact that Eu4ia had BKBs, and Cafeteria Fraiche really couldn't do much to counter that, and, well, now we're going to be seeing a little bit of a different game now. Brewmaster is going to be the first pick for Eu4ia, following that with a Skywrath, whereas Cafeteria Fraiche going to get their hands onto Doom, as well as a very early Batrider pickup, instantly banning the VS to protect that Batrider pick.
Yep, Batrider comes out as initiation. It's again that style of Cafeteria, like the precision strikes. I mean, Doom now in for the silence on the Brewmaster. Yes, I like. Batrider maybe there to channel something up on the Brewmaster, get those skills in order to get him down before the Primal Split. But it's a hard task to do. Today we saw Titan doing it very well on that Brewmaster, but that needs a lot of practice. I mean, it's a start. Batrider, initiation on the Panda, Doom maybe on top of him or on another target. That could definitely be a nice introduction into a fight.
Especially right now, since Eu4ia don't actually have any good tools to deal with the Batrider initiation. They have a slow, maybe, for the Batrider, but with 4 staff, that's just not good enough. They're going to need to pick up some really hard crowd control, and if you get the first pick after this ban, it could be Earthshaker or Shadow Demon, both of whom are fairly good at countering Batrider initiation, but Vengeful Spirit is, I would say, still the best at that, so they're going to need to play around this somehow, and it's usually just maintaining pretty good map awareness and knowing where the Batrider is going to initiate from.
Yep. And the second ban stage is almost through Vengeful Spirit, Razor, and the Rasta being banned out, and I think there's still... Wait, what are we missing? Doom, Viper, Death Prophet, Tinker, Razor, Lycan. No, I guess we have the meta through since the Brewmaster and Doom is picked. Yep. So from now on it's get the supports out.
Yeah, so Cafeteria Fraiche thinking about, or Eu4ia rather, thinking about what heroes they want to ban out from Cafeteria Fraiche. With Batrider and Doom, it's they really could play it super defensively. They could turtle up if they want to, or they could just go full on offensive. Oh, Faceless Void was ignored. Forgot that one.
Yeah.
I think we both
Yeah,
did,
we forgot this one. Damn, we're casting so much. That's the funny part. We cast, I don't know, how many hours, how many thousand games just per month, and sometimes you just have this brain lag that you just don't get all the heroes together. Of course, Faceless Void. How could we just miss that popular hero at the moment in the current meta? But either way, talking about other heroes, Earthshaker is coming out, also a support at the moment, very popular. Many people ban him in the second stage. That's why I'm surprised that the Vengeful Spirit actually found himself being banned in the second ban stage. But that was, of course, because Cafeteria wanted to pick themselves, and Void, Rasta, this is definitely a higher value on the ban there.
Yeah, so both sides going to pick up a melee support with Eu4ia solidifying their support lineup with Wraith King plus the Skywrath Mage. So we've seen that time and time again. You Wraith Fire Blast someone after blinking in or whatever, and then you drop a Mystic Flare on them. If they have a 4 staff, they might live, but Otherwise, they're just going to sit in the Mystic Flare and they'll probably go down. Eu4ia, they will be able to roam pretty well off of this combination, and well, they only have a couple seconds more to pick up their hero, and it's going to be a Rubik for them. So maybe a core Wraith King or a mid Skywrath Mage.
Well, I mean, he has an abundance of spells to steal so far. Like, well, stealing the Doom would of course be good, but I don't know. It's not like it's a crazy thing. It's not like a counter pick as such, and I also don't see like any crazy synergy besides like a non-moving telekinesis and Skywrath Mage. But there's already synergy with Fire Blast and that one, or Boulder Toss and Mystic Flare. So I'm not a huge fan of this Rubik pick, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it either. Though stealing Doom and stealing Fissure is great and everything, they already have a couple of very, very capable supports. And you could put Wraith King in a core role or put Skywrath Mage in a core role, but I feel like those two heroes just as supports are probably where they are the best. So this Rubik is going to have to... he has some big shoes to fill, let's say. As Eu4ia, they get banned out from the Clockwork, and Cafeteria Fraiche, they can no longer pick up the Witch Doctor. Ooh, a Dragonite. This is the second Dragonite we're going to see today. I haven't seen him in weeks before this, though.
You casted today at the Dragonite with me.
Yeah, I know, but aside from today.
Oh, besides... Oh, okay. No, actually, I think... yeah, you're right. It's not that popular anymore, at least not in the games we had as of late. But yeah, today we had one, and I think I had one or two last week. But yeah, now that I think about it, I think you're right. Dragonite's not that often anymore. But this also is... I guess the reason is that like the current meta is not very flexible, at least around the cores. Like the cores are barely changing. Like there's certain heroes you just want to get in your draft, or you want to get out, as in banning, and then supports here and there. There's sometimes something exotic coming, like the Lion, for example, or sometimes the Lina. But yeah, Dragonite is one of those cores that really got a bit to the sidelines.
And also he's not really able to keep up with the other powerhouse mid lane heroes like a Viper or a Death Prophet. Hell, even Mushi lost his Dragonite lane versus the enemy Brewmaster, and if Mushi can't do it, then it's got to be pretty hard. So DK is normally known for surviving his lane, not winning them. When the lanes get this hard, and when the mid lane especially gets this hard, then DK struggles a lot. So he will be the pick nonetheless, and he will be a very tanky hero on the front lines for Eu4ia, along with the Brewmaster and Wraith King. They will have a nice bit of bulk to their lineup, and also it's a hero that, as far as heroes go, doesn't mind as much if he's initiated upon with the Batrider, since he is so tanky he could withstand a lot of punishment.
Yep, true that. Either way, we're gonna introduce the teams real fast. I hope there's no break this time, because this is probably gonna be the last, at least definitely the last game for this channel today. I mean, we had a long day already, and like the next days they're gonna be even more full of C Dota, and also of course like all the highlights of the JDL. But either way, let's just introduce them. Baron again. The Wraith King from last game is say it on the Doom right now. Then we have Clench playing the Earthshaker. In the mid we have Lekat. Well, okay, without accent and Lekat. And then Black Dynamite is on the Batrider, and I think I forgot one. Yeah, SMN on the Shadow Demon.
So on the Eu4ia side, we have Sella playing the mid lane DK up against Invoker. It's a capable lane for him to survive. Villic as well as Lilinlicious are both going to be supporting as the Rubik and Skywrath Mage. And up on top we got KOTD going for the Brewmaster. It's actually gone for Drunken Brawler level 1. It's going to be an aggressive tri-lane for Eu4ia as they put Sasu down on the bottom lane by himself.
What are they talking about?
Nice pick, Sky.
Nice pick, Sky.
He just has a question mark.
Tak Raw Marahat. Is he streaming or something? Could that be related to like his stream or anything like that? Because otherwise I wouldn't make any sense out of this.
I have no idea. No idea.
Look at this. Cockblock Fisher, but Villic doesn't care. There it is. Illusion Rune for him. That is of course some more vision for their side, and I guess he's gonna use one tango, or not even, with this 0.7 HPS he has. Easy going.
Early smoke up from Eu4ia as well. They're looking for possibly the mid lane, though the Earthshaker is around and he will dispel the smoke. They're just gonna go for it, however. Lekat is gonna get dragged back down towards the low ground. Sella has a Dragon Tail, or does he? He does. Fisher's going to slow them down for a little bit. The damage might not be enough. One more Arcane Bolt will kill him off. And that's going to be first blood. Lililicious draws it.
This was such a risky Fisher at the same time. Like, there was just like an inch left for the Invoker to actually escape through that little gap. So that was very interesting and very bold by Clinch. So even like maybe he has eagle eyes and is like, yeah, sure, I make this like the perfect escape route for the Invoker. But wow, this could have failed so badly. Well, the good thing is he's getting some XP really fast.
Bottom lane, round 2, they're going to go for Black Dynamite, who doesn't have any Firefly. He has Tar, so he might be able to juke out just with having a movement speed advantage. But the Rubik's going to cut out his escape, and now he's left up into the air. He's going to be thrown back into the clutches of the Sasu and Lililicious Skywrath Mage. That's going to give Rubik the kill. This roaming support duo, not the most damage coming out from the Rubik, but if they have a good amount of setup from the laner, then they're going to be pretty successful.
Yep, absolutely. It was that fast that the Batrider didn't even manage to get the level 2 on a solo lane. That's how bad it was. And now all Clinch until level 1 Fisher, just not long enough.
The Eagle Eye is apparently very consistent, with a little bit of a hole for anyone to move through. Hopefully that will be fixed in a little while. But Sella is going to be facing down a small disadvantage in this lane. He'll always be last hitting with his Breathe Fire. But eventually the Invoker will just have an overwhelming right-click advantage. Though at that point, Dragon Knight is going to be hitting level 6, and he will have what seems like a lot of rotation support, as Villic as well as Lililicious are going to slow it down for a little bit and just get a little bit of stacking pulling going on to get a little bit of gold for themselves. But they have proven that they can rotate out of this jungle situation and get some kills pretty easily.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, one of our viewers, while like, oh, top there's like a bit of a clinch, but no, it's nothing. But either way, like one of our viewers actually told us that COD D is called 2legs. So yeah, so all apologies for those people who like are Eu4ia followers, but we just don't have the time to learn like all the rosters of like more than 200 teams in the current like tier 3 to tier 1 scene, with all swaps and stand-ins and shuffles and whatnot. So yeah, 2legs. I hope to remember it, and thanks for the advice.
I was looking at their team and I saw Tulex that wasn't here, so I'm like, oh, Sasu must be standing in for him, but apparently
yeah, but you never know who's
happening.
who. That's the problem. Like, I mean, even top teams change their rosters, but at there we can even find it out because we know their heroes, signature heroes and roles by heart. But in the mid, they wanted to go here for Lacat, but there's nothing else to follow up. Just a level 1 Arcane Bolt, and that's not enough to get the last HP off the Invoker. So, well, but there. 2legs on the Panda here. Well, he's looking for clinch, giving him that guaranteed crit in the face, but that's pretty much it. Now the Doom is coming in. There is no Doom, but there's a stun, but the Fisher is everything but impressive.
And KOTD, he will get disrupted and poisoned, but I don't think they can actually kill him off. He's going to get the 3-man clap and actually turn this one around, try to go for clinch. No more man on the Earthshaker, and he's only level 1 as well, so can't follow up with Enchant. And he does dodge a Sunstrike. In the meantime, bottom lane, Black Dynamite dropping really low himself is going to lay down a Trail of Fire, and Villic can take a lot of damage for it, but one more shot of birds, and that's going to kill off Black Dynamite for the second time down on this bottom lane. One went to the Rubik, one went to the Skywrath Mage, and 3-0 is the lead for Eu4ia.
Yep, absolutely. That's the most annoying part about Skywrath Mage. You have no way of dodging or disjointing or anything. Like, if that thing is cast on you, like, you just pray you have a BKB.
And Brewmaster fighting up pretty well against these supports. I mean, Shadow Demon can't really do much to set up for Baron, and Doom at this stage is not going to be winning a man fight versus Brewmaster, especially once he gets his clap off. He's going to put a little bit of damage into the Brewmaster, but between Evasion and the Stout Shield, Brewmaster is feeling very comfortable in this off-lane role. Cafeteria Fraiche really not putting enough pressure on him, as they have enough things to worry about, such as the bottom lane with Black Dynamite. Oh, Wraithfire Blast! A little bit off the mark. They're going to lift him up and dump some damage onto him. Looks like it won't matter that the Wraithfire Blast actually missed. Fortunately for them, and Villic will Sunstrike get sniped off. Sasu does divide the damage there, but it's just way too much.
It was divided and a salve used on him at the same time. So it's a 1-1 trade, but I think that salve was by Sasu. Sasu wanted to give his support there the salve just to keep him up, but in the mid, there was this time a nice Fisher blocking completely the way, but, well, he has an invisibility rune and now he reappears and saying hello. He wanted to get that last CS, but he's not gonna get it. He's just getting some harass damage, but, man, like Cat has to be careful here. If that DK would have had, like, the cooldown on Pre-Fire, that was a kill.
Yeah, so Dragon Knight doing pretty well in this mid lane, all things considered. Is actually outlast hitting the Invoker, who is probably preoccupied with throwing out some of those Sun Strikes, so had probably a couple of CS missed, and that's going to cost him a little bit. But up on top lane, Brewmaster still going toe-to-toe with the Doom. As soon as they hit level 6, they will be able to get kills on each other, depending on who gets their ultimate off first. Though, this time Villic is up on top, so he does have the potential for a deny on the Brewmaster if things go south. But I'd also like to point out the Scarith Mage build. I think he just messed up. Like, this has got to just be a misclick. He has 2 points in Concussive Shot. Mid lane Sella going to be hit with another Fissure. Here comes Cat with the 1 Forge Spirit plus a Cold Snap. Sunstrike will be on the mark. This should be a kill on the Dragon Knight, although he does Magic Stick. Not going to be enough. Earthshaker punches the dragon and gets the kill there.
Yep, so at least the Cafeteria Fraiche guys are getting something here, but all Doom, he's not even level 6, so defensive disruption. Actually, that is bad news, because the Thunderclap went into nothing, so the Doom is actually escaping. That was a big misplay by the Panda, but at least they get, well, the consolation prize here. Is it? Yeah, the next Thunderclap should seal the deal here. There are the right clicks, and Brewmaster is the one who takes it, but yep, if he would have landed that first Thunderclap, that might have been a dead Doom. And instead of just like that small little puny support kill, but well, better than nothing.
And I actually like this rotation out from Eu4ia. They're having Sasu, the seemingly core Wraith King, be roaming around the map, whereas Lil Licious is down on the bottom lane, just getting his levels up. Batrider could, in theory, get a kill on this Skyrath if Skyrath is a little bit too careless, but we've seen roaming Wraith Kings before, and it clearly works. So he just took a little bit of farm from that lane, and now he's sharing the farm with the other Skyrath, trying to get his level 6 up. Once the Mystic Flare is up, then Sasu and Lilicious can both roam around together, and then look for kills just the two of them. And then even Rubik can get his level 6. So they're rotating out of this bottom lane very efficiently in order to max out the level 6s of their supports.
I definitely like that. It was pretty much last game the same thing. I mean, for all those guys who stayed with us here into the game number 2, we talked a lot about the level of the Ancient Apparition last game, and that were like what the Cafeteria Fraiche team is here, like really lacking something. But oh, is there Doom now on the Panda? That's the question. No, he is getting the Primal Split off. I don't know why they made it in this order, but yeah. This will be probably the death for the Shadow Demon. There's nothing, but he's trying to get the deny of the neutrals, and he's gonna be successful. Now Doom just running away. There is another Boulder Toss, but he's not even using it. I still don't understand. Why not Doom for it and then go? But at the same time, while I'm talking, Invoker is dying in the mid by the Dragon Knight and the Rubik combination.
Doom had all the time in the world to use his ultimate. Like, Brewmaster was pretty much at melee range, so they should have just opened up with the Doom and then, just kill the Brewmaster from there on out.
Use the disruption for the support that's trying to come in and support, maybe even get the follow-up kill on the Rubik, but instead the Panda is getting it out because like the Shadow Demon is like opening with a disruption on him. For what reason? I just don't understand why this is coming out in this order. It doesn't make any sense for me. Maybe I'm missing something. After all, I'm just a caster noob, not a pro player, but still. Either way, in the mid, Seda just getting a cold snap, but this is just driving him out. He's going directly to his new rune. It's an invisibility rune. Like, if he lets it tick once, maybe they're gonna get a nice setup, but oh, they got on a Doom first. There's no Primal Split, and if they wanted to, even a defensive disruption, or at least on the Panda, I think they need to use it. No. Okay, there he's using it. They can't really turn it around, or can they? The Batrider is coming in. There is a Lasso Flame Break in the right direction, and oh, the Lasso! Where's the Lasso? Lasso is not coming out. He still has stick charges, but I think the right clicks are just enough.
Villic is going to slowly turn around, get the lift off on the Batrider. Sasu's now in, though he doesn't have that much mana, and I don't think they can kill off Black Dynamite. In fact, Sasu, dropping very rapidly, he will stick up and get reincarnation, so if things get really hairy, he will survive, and looks like he will get the kill on Shadow Demon as well, then pop the 2-man slow. He's going to come back and then go for Black Dynamite or Baron or both. Black Dynamite's going to be worked down by the supports where they get the stun out onto Baron. They're going to get both of them. 4 heroes down for Cafeteria Fraiche. In the meantime, Dragon Knight taking down a tier 1 tower, Eu4ia, with some pretty big wins. And this time they're not just going to give up that lead.
There was a beautiful play by Sasu here. He was well aware of the fact like he could have gotten stick plus... Oh, but SMN, he's coming back in, and with the seal and everything, he's just getting... ripped apart, blown to pieces, whatever you want to call it. He just exploded there, like not even a second of, like after arriving in that lane. So, yeah, Sasu claiming territory here at the moment, and Well, I definitely liked what he did there. He didn't go for Rayfire Blast, like, based on his stick charges. He wanted that Reincarnation to go off and get the kill before, so both of them were slowed, and this was then the opening, exactly the opening they were looking for, with the Scarab Mage who just, yeah, freshly arrived to that, I don't know, battle scene. That was just perfect. So they got, instead of one kill, they got, like, all of them.
And now the Dragon Knight's going to rotate up to the top lane. Has a double damage rune in tow, plus that Poison Dragon, so this tower, not long for life, although Cafeteria Fraiche looks like they do want to defend. They have the Doom, though there's not really many great heroes to put it on. They have the number advantage, though, so it should be a nice fight for Cafeteria Fraiche. Doom onto Billick before he gets anything off. Then now Clinch going to get hit with the Wraithfire Blast. Sasu does not have a Reincarnation, but Cella's going to focus down SMN in the meantime. Shadow Demon, like before, is going to go down. That's a 2-for-1 trade, and Cella might be able to get down Clinch. KOTD, Tulek's going to jump right in, though he doesn't have enough mana. He will stick up and then have the mana for split. There it is. Cella still work going to town. Sunstrike will just barely miss that DK. He's going to now run to Lacat, though, so Cella probably going to go down, but Black Dynamite being chased down by the Brewling is going to find some refuge in the trees. He's still alive, and he's going to stick up, and he should be fine. Cella is going to survive, it looks like, from the Invoker, and Couch D stuck in the trees now. Has another clap soon. He will dodge the fissure somehow, but now he's completely stuck. Rest in peace, Brewmaster. Or
Poor guy.
he's just
Poor
yeah.
guy. Like that Batch Rider just escaping there with, I don't know, how much was it? 20, 10, 15, something like that. Really, really low HP pool. But yeah, Eu4ia takes a beating here in this fight overall.
Yeah, they were working with a numbers disadvantage. They didn't have their reincarnation from the Wraith King. They didn't have the Rubik to do anything. Like, he was doomed first thing. So Cafeteria Fraiche, they get a nice little opening, and they take a nice fight with the numbers advantage and using their spells correctly. So Eu4ia, they do still have a nice kill score advantage. They still have one tower in the lead, but they can't afford to lose fights like that. So they have to make sure to not be too over-aggressive with the advantage they have.
Oh, and Rubik just stole something that's very tasty. I love those skills on Rubik. Like Devour on Rubik support. It's the best that can happen to you. I mean, Rubik is one of those supports where you can actually make a difference with items, because crucial items on him, like, that make it possible to chain like certain things, like telekinesis plus some magical burst plus whatever you have stolen plus the items you got. Sometimes you can really lock down targets when we talk about Rod of Aoi or like Yule Scepter, things like that. It really makes the Rubik quite a very versatile initiator as well. So yeah, stealing that Devour, and now he's gonna steal something else as well. Yeah, he's gonna get that big fat creep. This is so worth it for him. Happy support.
Unfortunately, Rubik can't steal Devour and then steal a creep that is being eaten, which would be pretty ridiculous. But
that would be too ridiculous.
Regardless, he's still up on top lane and is just now a 2v2. SMN has gotten the short end of the stick pretty much every single time this fight, and now he's going to get hit with the Fade Bolt and lifted up, thrown back towards the Brewmaster. Doom onto the Brew, but still the base damage should be enough just with right clicks. He's going to beat down the Shadow Demon, though. Brewmaster dropping pretty low. Wants to, well, just kite, it seems, but I don't really know if that was worth it, because now Billick's in a ton of trouble as well. Sunstrike was used and it did miss, but Baron with level death, not going to be enough. Has phase boots, but he can't chase down this Rubik. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade in the end, but losing a Brewmaster for a Shadow Demon, not really worth it. Maybe it'll be worth it if they could get this tower kill in the bottom lane. It is deniable, and it will be fissured up and then flame broken. Sasu does not have his reincarnation for another 5 seconds. He's going to go down without it, and now the disruption onto Cella. He's going to try to burst out SMN, who's once again going to die. Black Dynamite stuck in the Mystic Flare with the Dragon Tail. He's going to try for the lasso. He will get it off, but at what end? He's going to go down. It's going to be 2-for-1. Sunstrike making it 2-for-2. This Invoker has been on point with these Sunstrikes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if that was shared, for example, that might have been even a double kill Sunstrike. But yeah, Invoker, not just being there with the Sunstrikes, also being there in the mid for pushing. So he got a tier 1 tower out of all of this. So yeah, if you take everything in consideration what just happened the last minute, definitely I think something you can show as Creme Fresh here. It's definitely working for them.
Yeah, so they just have to make sure to get these pickoffs. Use the Sunstrike, and as long as those Sunstrikes hit, and as long as the Doom lands on somebody, then they're going to be pretty okay. Because if we take a quick look at the items, they are working with 2 Hands of Midas versus only 1 onto Sasu. So Lacat and Baron both going to be rolling in the dough soon enough. As long as they just stall this game out for a little bit longer, they should be fairly comfortable in this game. Although Baron is in a little bit of trouble. I don't think the Brewmaster knows about this. Has a Blink Dagger and wants to use it. I don't think this is a Blink Dagger spotted by the enemy side. The Dragon Knight also does have his Sanjiasha. There's the Blink Clap split onto Baron. Where's the DK? He was just here. There's the Mystic Flare. They don't even need the DK, but DK is going to help anyway.
But in the mid, there's also a fight. They were on the Wraith King. Now he had reincarnation this time, but unfortunately Lasso not as a follow-up. That would have been really, really bad news, because the funny part is, like, if you come back on reincarnation, there's a Lasso directly waiting for you. That might have been even a follow-up kill, but this way he's just losing his reincarnation. It's 160. No, actually this was the old reincarnation. This is again 260. This is bad news, but at the same time, oh, Shaker's going down top. He wanted to defend there, and they just get the tier 1 tower. But still, this is bad news for Sasu.
Yeah, he's going to have to play super defensively and, well, needs backup. He wants to kill the cat. There's the Wraithfire Blast, the Silence, the Mystic Flare. That's some pretty good backup, I would say.
Wow, that damage. That damage is not even funny. Like, Wraithfire Blast with Seal, plus that was everything on top of it. That was 1 Arcane Bolt, Concussive Shot, level 3 Ancient, but top. I think they want to go for the Batrider, yep.
They layer their stuns just a little bit, but I don't think it's really going to matter. SMN's there for the disruption. They have a Fissure, which will hit onto 2. Black Dynamite will survive for now. Will turn around for the lasso even onto the Dragonite, but one more Breathe Fire or one more right click will kill him off. There it is. Zella as well as Villic in a little bit of trouble as he does turn around, get a nice Breathe Fire. SMN once again on the short end. He's going to go down, giving Zella a double kill with Sanjin Yasha. He's moving very quickly, not fast enough to outrun the Fissure though. Instantly stolen by Villic, so Rubik should survive and run home with this skill. So it is a 2-for-1 in the end. Sunstrike though.
Yep.
This Invoker.
But it doesn't matter. You know why not? Because he just bought his Blink Dagger before. He had a 200 gold when he died. So for the Rubik, except for giving the Invoker a bit bonus gold here, nothing really happened.
This Invoker is just making these seemingly slightly bad trades into perfectly decent trades because he's not letting people escape. He's been getting quite a few kills off of this one, and with the Hand of Midas, he is going to go for the Book build, which is the item build that we said that it would be better for him to go last game, so it looks like he did take our advice, but now Sasu is in the area, as is the, who is that, Brewmaster. The cat is definitely not going to go down to Sasu solo. He's going to lay the Cold Snap in, Sunstrike a little bit off the mark, but the Wraith King getting all of his mana burned out. He has a little bit of help from the Brewmaster, but now he doesn't have any mana either. Fissure's going to kill him off. Oh,
Whoa.
these Necro units, level 1, so much value.
That was a gank going bad, like really bad. Like turning around, getting the 2 cores, or like 2 out of 3 cores from Eu4ia down here, that's really bad news. And I don't think they're gonna defend this tower, which just gives us time to look at the graphs, because experience-wise, Eu4ia is losing, especially after this last one, and this is not even updated yet. And gold-wise, well, they had above 7.5k, but now with these trades, yeah, they're losing again here.
Cafeteria Fraiche, they're just playing this one super smart with their mana burn, with their positioning, and Eu4ia kind of getting a little bit overconfident with their positioning. Like, they feel like they're ahead, and they are technically ahead, but they're not as far ahead as their play style would indicate. Dragonite in the mid lane is going to take down this tier 2 tower, most likely drop it down to deny range, but here comes Black Dynamite, Blink, Lasso. He also shot Silence onto him, but it's a little bit too late. Mystic Flare is not going to line up well. Now the Fissure onto Stella. The tower's still alive, will be brought down by the Radiant. The cat, though, is in the middle of everything. He's going to drop a rock, will hit absolutely nothing. Deafening Blast, whiffing as well. There's the jump in for the Brewmaster, though. Going to get a nice clap onto the cat and bring him down before he can invoke a Ghost Walk or anything like that. Now focusing on to Clinch. Sasu also in the area, going to try to go for Baron, but he's going to struggle to really stick onto his targets. Clinch still dropping low, will drop all of his spells before he goes down, though. So it's a life well spent by the Earthshaker. Baron now lifts up into the air. He's going to be thrown back towards the Eu4ia side. That's 3 down for Cafeteria Fraiche with the Mystic Flare onto Black Dynamite. They're going to get 4. And Eu4ia, they lose their Dragonite, but it's perfectly acceptable with that much win going their way. Wraith King didn't even need his reincarnation there, with just mostly the split from the Brewmaster, giving them all the damage they need.
Yeah, Eu4ia just made a statement. They said, HeflaTV, delete every comment you just made in the last 2 minutes about like CF making good trades and like coming back on this. But yeah, with this fight, they not just take everything back they lost in the last 2 minutes, they probably, once this graph is updating, they're probably gonna end up even more now that the cliff has been used and the tier 2 is, yeah, ready to be taken. Yep, this puts them even way ahead than what we looked at before.
I didn't catch this exactly, but I'm assuming the Doom went the way of the DK?
I don't know how the fight actually started. Like, I completely missed that. I was checking some other numbers and chat, but like when I saw the fight breaking out, it was just already in favor for Eu4ia. Everybody was retreating, but they were not going anywhere.
Well, either way, the crucial thing, no matter who that Doom was on, the fact of the matter was it was not on the Brewmaster. He got the perfect initiation off. He got Blink, Clap, Split onto, I believe, 2 heroes. It might have been 3. So Cafeteria Fraiche at that point, I mean, they lost their Invoker, and that's a large source of their damage output. And Eu4ia, well, they're going to be caught out of position now. Black Dynamite has a Blink Lasso, but he's not going to use it on Tasasu. Kind of curious, since they did have the mana burn available with the level 2 book in the area, but looks like they're just going to let this Wraith King walk away for now. They're going to change their sights towards Cell in the bottom lane, but actually everyone's going towards the bottom lane. And CF, they are vastly outnumbered here. Look at Blink, Great Fire Blast on the SMN with the Dragon Tail on the Clap, and a 2-man clap. SMN, once again, is going to be the first one to fall, and the cat does get lifted up in there, dragged back to the Dragon. That's going to be an easy 2 kill for Eu4ia, and then an easy tower to follow up.
Yeah, double Blink Dagger initiations. Now, the Cafeteria Fraiche here team, it is feeling the wrath of Eu4ia, and that is the last outer tower, plus 2 cherries on top of that cake, with the Shadow Demon and the Invoker going down. This is of course bad news, because this is exactly the time and space created they need for Roshan. It's a very late Roshan, 21 minute, but yeah, it puts them like in a very, very weird position, and it's a position, because like Cafeteria, the problem about them is again the supports. Batrider, completely poor. I mean, 4k that guy, he is just as poor as the support. Where's my word? Earthshaker. There we go. Now he's at least scouting, but I don't think he's going into this. Or is he?
Pull someone out. But there's a huge Echo Slam from Clinch. However, he's going to take a lot of damage in return. It's a beautiful Echo Slam, but he doesn't actually kill anyone. Cafeteria Fraiche, they jump in with 2. It looked great, but then they just got blown up before that they could kill anyone. What the hell happened?
There's just no follow-up. Like, if Invoker was there with a Deafening Blast Meteor, then yes. Incredible. Maybe even Demonic Purge and a Soul Catcher in there, a Doom on someone, that would have been great, but like those 2 alone, just no chance. Just no chance. It was a good try. I mean, snatching the Aegis would have been at least a small accomplishment, but no, this way they didn't accomplish anything. There was no success in this. This was just like, I mean, before they got Tower +2, now they got Roshan plus Aegis +2. Yeah, these trades, they're just not getting better. And I think, when was it, last week or so, I don't know, there was an interview, I think on Beyond the Summit, I don't know, but like there was someone talking about like teams making certain decisions, and the problem about some teams is that like when they fall behind and make bad trades, they think they have to do more things happening to get better trades, but they just end up doing worse trades because they try to force it, and then it's just not working. I mean, after they noticed, like, what, 5-6 minutes ago, that Eu4ia swapped to 5-man Dota, they were still just 2 men defending a tier 2 tower, where they know there's 2 Blink Daggers waiting for us. And even now, like, I mean, okay, now they wrap around a bit, but still, there's just no one making the good plays. The initiation is completely lacking. For CF, that is.
They're definitely capable of getting that good initiation off. I mean, they have the BKB up on Doom, so he's just going to wander into the enemies and be rather impervious to their attacks. And they always have that Batrider who doesn't have a Force Staff just yet. You would kind of expect that from Black Dynamite at this point, but he's been picked off whenever he has been going for initiation. And, well, the Eu4ia's items are just a little bit scarier. DK with Sanjin Yasha and an Assault Cuirass. Brewmaster now with the completed Aghanim Scepter for him. And it looks like they're going to gear up for a top lane push. There's a Rod of Atos on the Skywrath Mage and a Force Staff on him. Blink and Point Booster on the Rubik, so maybe Aghanims, but wow, they kill off the Invoker. Okay. I was not even looking.
That's the problem. Like the vision around like the crucial spots. Right now, the only sort of safe area where people could go is probably bottom lane, and that's what the Doom is doing, but everything else was so far, yeah, nicely warded by Eu4ia. There's even 2 observers on top of each other, like actually both people like see it, but oh god, they go in.
Blink for Sasu, Blink in from the Brewmaster as well. Slow down the Black Dynamite. This initiation caused by Eu4ia. There will be a nice Echo Slam, and they're going to drop Sasu pretty quickly, but Sela, sitting in his Dragon form, doomed up, he doesn't give a damn. There's the Reincarnation slowing down everyone, but they're just going to back off for now and go for the tier 3 tower. They don't have their split just yet. They used it before. Now Clinch slowed down. Big crit, decapitating that Earthshaker. And Sela still working at the tower. Has an Aegis. That's going to be GG. Cafeteria Fraiche. They only have 2 heroes to defend, and they have had enough. That was a fight that Eu4ia took without the split. So it's pretty decisive from them.
The picture of this game was pretty much the same as game 1. Like, they start off okay-ish, laning stage, roaming and everything, even though Eu4ia had a good start here. like they sort of try to pull even, but then in the end, like they just lose it. Whenever it goes late game, draft wise, hero wise, play wise, Cafeteria seem to lose focus, and the biggest problem is their supports. The level the Eu4ia supports get is just incredible in comparison to Cafeteria, and that is the big difference between those two teams.
Alright guys, so that is going to be it for us for now. This is going to be the end of the series. Eu4ia going to take this one 2-0 over Cafeteria Fraiche in this best of 2 series, so a nice little win for them. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast, and if you did, be sure to hit that follow button, not only here, but also at HeflaTV 1 and 2. I think 2 might still be playing, though not completely sure. If you want to follow us a little bit more in depth, then it's going to be facebook.com, twitter.com/HeflaTV, and the VODs will be uploaded to youtube.com/HeflaMoke. I'm Mike Loris, and he is HeflaMoke. We have been your casters for today, and I believe that's it for now. This channel is done for the day.
Yep, that's it. So thanks guys for tuning in. Give us a follow. Follow us on our Facebook for just knowing what games are up, and of course, like, also giveaway actions in the future in September, even starting now. So yep, then see ya tomorrow.
Later guys, GG.